Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Vikings, and welcome back to VTV Live. I'm Betty.
And I'm Daniel.
Stay tuned for a documentary of the Doe Show and a spotlight on George Lucas. As many of you guys remember, Josh Doe created the Doe Show, in which he went around getting to know the students of Valencia a little better. With the Doe Show yet to return this year, let's take a look at why.
Doe Show documentary, take one. So what happened to the Doe Show?
I don't know. One day we were filming and it felt like he was on top of the world, but then he just stopped.
Hi, my name is Josh Doe. Welcome to my show.
It was Josh's first year in VTV. He wanted to do a segment, which he obviously ended up being the Doe Show, and then from there it just took off.
Welcome back to the Doe Show. My name is Josh Doe. Atlantic in 1492.
I don't know.
Are you?
It's Christopher Columbus.
After that, he would get recognized like all over school. He would be called the Doe Show everywhere he went, and it just felt like he was on top of the world, and like everyone, it felt like everyone knew him at a point.
Did it ever get to his head?
Honestly, there was a point where the quote fame and popularity really got to his head. He felt like he was above everyone.
When I joined VTV, I learned that I actually need to make videos to pass a class, so I created the Doe Show. I had a logo and everything, and somehow after the first one, people thought it was cool, so who would have thought like an awkward little kid like me would get popular? Everyone's shy. I'm awkward. Yeah, so that's it today. We'll see you guys.
So why'd you stop?
I liked it at first, you know. It was pretty cool. Everyone knew me and actually thought I was pretty cool. Even thought I was gonna get a girlfriend at one point. But then it was just too much for me. Every week, the same thing over and over. I was constantly planning videos, pulling all-nighters, and God knows how many days editing. Then going to school, getting called Doe Show every single day, all the time. At a certain point, I plan on changing my name.
So is the break ever gonna end? Will there ever be another Doe Show before you graduate?
And welcome back to the Doe Show. My name is Josh Doe, and we're playing Truth or Dare.
I can't wait for his return tomorrow.
I think a lot of you will be embarrassed. Do you or someone you know want to be a sponsor of Band and Color Guard? Some benefits include being promoted in the program, having a booth at the competition, and becoming an event sponsor. The deadline will be this Friday.
The Valencia dance team will be hosting a dancing with the VHS athletes on Saturday, October 22nd from 7 p.m. in the VHS gym. Tickets will be $10 for guests and $5 with student ID. Drop by and support our dance team.
George Lucas is the creator of Star Wars and many more iconic movie classics. Let's take it to Zach to learn more about his life.
What's up, Vikings? Zach here, and today we're going to be talking about one of Hollywood's most successful directors, George Lucas. Before wanting to be a director, George wanted to be a race car driver, but that changed after being in a near-fatal accident. George then decided to become a director and to attend USC, where he met Steven Spielberg and Francis Ford Coppola. George then directed a few movies, THX 1138 and American Graffiti, before directing his biggest film yet, Star Wars. The movie was met with many production issues, but despite that was a huge success, both critically and commercially. George then began working on the next installment in the Star Wars franchise, Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, which has one of the most memorable scenes in film history.
No, I am your father.
Episode 5 was met with similar praise. The final film of the trilogy, Return of the Jedi, also received similar acclaim. After this, George moved onto a new trilogy of films, Indiana Jones. George made these films with friend Steven Spielberg, and they also starred Harrison Ford. After this, George took a break from directing until the late 90s when he announced a prequel trilogy of Star Wars films.
This is where the fun begins.
Although the trilogy was met with mixed critical response, they exceeded commercially. The movies relied heavily on green screens and CGI, which was newer at the time. Eventually, George decided to retire, and in doing that, sold the rights to Lucasfilm to Disney for $4 billion. George now lives with his wife, Melody Hobbs, and plans to open the George Lucas Museum of Narrative Art in 2025. That's all I have for you today, Vikings. Now, let's take it back to the studio.
Wow, what a legend.
A true hero in modern art.
ASB is holding a fundraiser today at Jersey Mike's. Make sure to mention Valencia ASB to donate 15% of your order to ASB.
Before we end the show, we have a couple of reminders for you.
Swim tryouts will be on October 20th at 3 p.m. for new swimmers and October 21st for returning seniors at the New Hall Pool. Email Coach Jane with questions or concerns at jfriedman@heartdistrict.org.
College route visits are now happening on campus and will be continuing throughout November. For more information, visit the Kelsey Google Classroom.
The deadline for senior portraits will be November 5th. Don't forget to make an appointment by calling O'Connor Photography at 661-257-3838 to be included in the yearbook.
3-on-3 intramural basketball is in the gym today at lunch.
That's all the news we have for you today.
Stay tuned for the next episode of VTV Live.
Bye, Vikings.